Tap Games presents. Yes? There's been a situation. An asset escaped from a research facility. We need you to retrieve her. Retrieve? I thought we disappeared people. What happened? You will be briefed in more detail shortly. We have our suspicions, but we need to gather more information. Have you finished your current assignment? Wrapping up, sir. Good. We are glad that your training pays off. I apologize if this ruins your holiday plans. I don't like the stillness anyway. It breaks my focus. I'm better off working. Good. Contact your source. Pick up your gear and go through the briefing. Get this over with as soon as possible. You are in for a drive. Am I supposed to bring her back alive? Not necessarily. Understood. Probably should have distinguished between the man and the woman there. Okay. Gonna lower the volume because it's crackling. Not the brightness. It's too low. Okay. Now it's not crackling. Okay. So after that intro, hello humans, Craelan here. Today we're playing Perseverance Part 1. Another demo this week. It's about a detective thing with violence and stuff. And yeah, let's mute the music. I'm sure it'd be great with music, but sometimes it's just easier to not risk a copyright strike. But we still have the sound effects, so there's that. So let's get started. Oh, there's a bunny. Yeah, I'll try to remember to distinguish between the male and female voices. We'll see how long my memory lasts. Wow, what an engaging demo. 3 dots after the loading, the word loading, as opposed to 2, or 1, or 5. Or 7, or 10, or 21. I mean, since there's a bunny, it would make sense if there's 50, right? Since bunnies supposedly reproduce. Ooh. Welcome to the demo of Perseverance Part 1. We're glad you're here. Remember, what you see is not a final product. Various aspects can be different in the full game. Please enjoy your time spent with our tale. And so, let us begin. Alright, I'm ready. Yeah. Ooh, I had to click on it because it was like a rainbow thing. Let's continue. I'm happy being here. You play as Jack. Jack just had an argument with his wife over their only daughter, Hope. Angry and frustrated, he seeks escape in a small cabin. At first I read that as cabinet, which would be an entirely different experience, in the forest. Oh no, I missed it. Okay, so you can go back and pause that. Watch me I missed critical information, but whatever. Almost everything I needed was at the cabin, but I had a few things to pick up. I decided to stop at Bob's. I didn't feel like roaming around a supermarket, and besides, it was the only place to buy gasoline in a 30-mile radius. Radius has an O that shouldn't be there. I also like the owner. Bob wasn't his real name, but it was how he introduced himself. He told me his real name once, but I wasn't able to pronounce it correctly. The shop was the only place where you could score proper booze. The temptation was firmly there when I approached the door, and I struggled with it. Are we an alcoholic? On the one hand, alcohol would sure help me relax. On the other, I'd have to spend all my money, and I had little to begin with. Well, no, it's not. I like the art style. Oh, they have dream catchers. Okay. Hi, Bob. Jack, good to see a familiar face. Awesome. I am putting such a subtle distinguishing characteristic in their voices, it's almost like I'm not distinguishing between them at all. Like you see any other faces in here. You'd be surprised. I doubt I ever see as many new people as during the last 2 weeks. How come? Beats me. Ever since they built the highway, there was almost no traffic around here, especially at this time of year. But hey, who am I to complain? The more customers, the more money comes in. Anyway, what brings you here? Off for a trip? Yep, I feel like I need some time off. Where's Hope? Isn't she coming with you? Not this time. That's a first. I thought you were trying to teach her survival skills. She seemed into it. I still do, it's just... Well, I had a big fight with Natalie over it. Do you want to talk about it? Natalie gave me a lecture about kids and responsibility. She said Hope doesn't want to learn about hunting. It turned out to be true. Hope admitted it. I don't know what to think of this all yet. Sometimes I feel like the worst father in the universe. I must admit, I see where they're coming from. Shooting prey wouldn't be my cup of tea either. Yeah, but like, she could have said something before spending like a year learning. What? You too? Guess this makes me the last barbarian in town. I like animals. They're living beings just like us. Instead of killing, I'd rather protect them and admire their beauty. You know I wanted to become a vet once? It didn't work out, though. I'm still paying off a painful loan for trying. Ha ha ha. Hunting isn't only about killing. It's about going back to your primal self. It's about tapping into your true instincts. It actually teaches you to respect nature. Well, maybe. It still ends with the animal dying. I believe you can have another kind of strength. For example, Natalie seems to be pretty strong and capable enough to provide for you guys, even though I doubt she has ever shot an animal. Yeah, about that. Aren't you and Nat getting too familiar with each other? Hey, this doesn't pull any punches. What do you mean? She told me you're her handyman. Just wanted to do a good deed and help a woman in need. Nice rhyme. A knight in shiny armor. Shining. Where's your horse, Chief? That seems very rude. Same place yours is. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. What can I get you, Jack? I'll have a lighter, some batteries, and a few of those energy bars. Oh, and a flashlight. Last one I had is dead. Do you have bandages? Sure thing. Great, I'll take one. It's safer to have some. Should I get you the usual order as well? Actually, I think I still have some left in my cabin, but... Buy more booze, don't buy booze. Let's not. I think I'll pass this time around. He literally said he doesn't have the money, and I am... Like, if you can't afford it, don't get it. Okay, so just a flashlight, a bandage, some batteries, and energy bars. Here we go. Here you are. Thanks, keep the change. Bob? Yeah? You said that there are different kinds of strength in the world. I think you're right. I want my daughter to have all of them. I want her to be ready for whatever life throws at her. You are a good man, Jack. Your heart is in the right place. You just need to find your way. Got to do my best, I guess. Have a good one, man. Bye, Chief. That seems like that would almost be rude. I had everything I needed. I intended to go straight to the cabin, leaving all the worries behind for a while. I was looking forward to getting away from the issues at home and focusing on something else. As I was putting my supplies into my car, I noticed something strange. A young woman was strolling down the roadside. At first, she caught my attention simply because she was coming from outside the town. The longer I watched her, the stranger it seemed. She looked to be around her 30s, but she was dressed more like a teenager. I was pretty sure she wasn't from around the town either. I couldn't figure out what she was doing out there all by herself. Her clothes didn't suggest that she had come for a hike. They were far too thin for the time of year, and she wore heavy makeup. It was smudged here and there as if she had just run away from a bad party. I thought that maybe her date went south and some guy threw her out of his car without a warning. She looked confused, but strangely enough, she seemed happy at the same time. I decided I might as well talk to her. I mean, wouldn't you be curious too? Be polite, since it'd be kind of freaky. Hello, miss. Hello, angry mister. I'm not angry. My name is Jack. I'm Jane. Is everything alright? You look a bit something. Well, I guess I am. Where am I? A bit lost, huh? I bet that's what it was. We're in Grayville. Oh, wow. Never heard of it. Is it pretty? It's probably kind of gray. Wow. Aren't you a little, worried? How did you get here? I don't know, really. Should I be worried? I have no idea. How come you don't know how you got here? I'd rather not say. It's embarrassing. You can tell me. I might not be able to help you. To be honest, I have this condition. Sometimes I forget things. Like, literally, it's what happens if you live the way I do. Which is... I don't make much waitressing, so sometimes I go volunteer to take part in a test. Do you know what a test is? Not really. You know, when a pharmaceutical company wants to introduce a new drug to the market, or a bunch of shrinks wants to take a look into your subconscious. You sign some papers, swallow some pills, get examined, get paid. Simple. Unless you die in the process. Ha ha ha. See? Okay. So here's the thing about comedy that I've been learning. Sometimes if you repeat something enough, it becomes funny. Like, if it doesn't start out funny, but if you persist, it will get funnier. And so that ha 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 is starting to crack me up because it's like, everyone's like, ha ha ha, laughs in the same way. So it's starting to be funny. Or you get invited to a random location where they put you with some other people in an unusual situation. Then they observe your behavior in the group and file some papers. I'm basically a part-time lab rat. Ha ha. It still doesn't explain how you got here. I walked for the past couple miles. Some random guy picked me up and dropped me here. And prior to that, I guess I was taking part in a test. I think I got to do something with food. What was it about? I told you. I don't remember. Besides, you're asking way too many questions, Jack. Is there someone we could call and ask to pick you up? That's another question. I guess we could call you Jeff. But I doubt... Oh, sorry. I guess we could call Jeff, but I doubt he would pick me up. I was thinking that's a little forward. Deciding to rename a person you just met. Who's Jeff? My cat. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, it seems that you are doing fine. I'm hungry. I'll be going now. Wait! There's one thing you could help me with. Yes? I'm a little cold. Give her your jacket, give her some money, don't give her anything. If we give her our jacket, that might affect her survival skills, but if we give her some money, we might not need that. I hand her a few bucks, all I have left from my little shopping. Here. Go to the station and buy yourself a hot drink or something. Thanks a lot. Wow, that's a lot of money. That's the least I can do. You are sweet. Your girlfriend must be very happy with you. I bet you can't get her hands off you. Okay, so he might be asking some questions and needing to back off a little, but that's a statement that maybe she didn't need to make. Yeah, I guess. I'm sure you also have someone close to you. Not really. I mean, there is a guy who liked me at the last test job I did. We talked a lot about his work at this laboratory. He was super smart. I remember he said the test we were running was, like, super important. It will change mankind forever, he said. Can you imagine being part of something like that? I can't remember his name, though. Mark? Murray? Marv? Whatever. Do you remember where it was? Not really. It must have been super secret, because they drove me with a dark band covering my eyes. But they promised to pay me good money for that one. You do live your life the crazy way, I gotta give you that. So, this girl is starting to remind me of the two guys in the Drew Carey show that worked for that, weird pharmaceutical company. Yeah, I guess I do. I feel so hungry. I could eat a horse. Well, if you got money to eat a horse. Listen, it's been great chatting with you, but I got to run. You should ask for Hal Gifford. He's the sheriff around here. He should be able to help you. Hal Gifford. Got it. See you around, Joe. And just like that, she walked away. All I could do was hope that she would eventually get back to wherever she came from. I didn't know that we would meet again in totally different circumstances. Yeah, because I think she's like that assassin. It was already getting late, and I still had a long way to reach my cabin. As I wasn't a big fan of driving after dark, I decided to not waste any more time. With my favorite band on the speakers, I turned on the engine and hit the road. The route I had to take wasn't popular since most of the traffic moved up the highway. On the one hand, it was good for the town with less cars moving through. On the other, little traffic was bad for businesses such as Bob's. It was bad for business in general. If it hadn't been for the military base employees, the town would have dried out. A few miles out of the town, I saw a woman. Oh, this is the assassin. She was leaning back against her car, smoking. She appeared relaxed, enjoying the moment, and then this silhouette, not like a woman at all. Seeing her in the middle of nowhere, chilling, gave me a funny feeling. She seemed to be okay with being by herself. I thought I could use a company like that. Why do we feel obsessed with talking to every single thing? Or person? Back then I assumed she was just another solitary soul passing through, never to be seen again. I began to understand what Bob had talked about, seeing new people and all. People. For a second, I thought about stopping and enjoying a smoke with her. It's not like I'd be cheating or anything. Would it? Never mind. Okay, it might not be cheating, but since you're feeling guilty about it, it probably is. But also, why would she want you to join her? She's clearly enjoying her time alone. Why would she want you to interfere? Before I had a chance to make up my mind, I passed her and kept on driving. Probably better for everyone. I had no idea what was coming for me. It took me forever to reach my father's land. I was tired and didn't know why. For a second, I thought about the woman from the gas station. What was her name again? Jane. Weird one, that one. I never actually met somebody who got involved in various tests and experiments for a living. The forest had always given me a sense of peace. My father had bought a large piece of land back when he was in his 20s. I wasn't sure what had been his idea for it, but since he was gone, the land belonged to me. If I had known any better, I would have started a plantation of some sort, or chopped down part of the trees and sold them to the highest bidder. But I knew that there was something else about this place, and about that cabin. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I was drawn to it like a bee to a flower. Sexually? Sorry. I couldn't resist, sorry. 20 minutes later, I finally reached the cabin. Hidden deep in the woods, it was nearly out of reach. It was a place where I could cut off the constant noise. That was exactly what I needed. The sun was down already. I stopped in front of the door to enjoy the silence. Apparently there's a cat around, because I heard him meow. It's very good, like, background side effects for the noise. Sound effects for the noise. I love being outside. Okay. Yeah, the sun was down already. I stopped in front of the door to enjoy the silence. That woman at Bob's was lucky I had spare cash on me, because we didn't buy booze. The things she had said sounded a little crazy. It was none of my business, though. We all try to make the best of the time we are given. I couldn't help a strange feeling that was no coincidence that she showed up in Grayville today. Maybe she was on her way to Murphy's base for some kind of scientific test. Who knows? Bottom line is, I hadn't bought any extra liquor. It was just me and my thoughts for the next few days. Probably best. I wanted to enjoy the forest tranquility, but I couldn't. A dog was barking somewhere in the distance. Aw. I thought it was just a stray mutt. After a few seconds, the barking stopped. I let out a heavy sigh and opened the door. I instantly felt the familiar smell of wood and old blankets. Not odd blankets. I would hate starting up a cabin by myself when it's like this, because that's just freaky to me. First thing I did was find some matches and build a fire. Aw, that's cute. It was a long time since I'd stayed at the cabin. The air inside had gone stale. The furniture was covered in thick dust. Judging by the smell, a fungus had crept in somewhere. It felt like home. There's a joke in there, but that's not how they meant that. Okay, I didn't have the energy to take care of it. As soon as I got inside, all my weariness caught up with me. Tossed my bag onto the bed and sat down beside it. The worn-out wood creaked under my weight. For some reason, I still don't get the feeling that you'd keep a axe inside. I think it would be kept outside, but it's just a feeling. What do I know? I thought that I'd finally have a chance to relax. I was wrong. Why didn't you turn off your phone? As soon as I sat down, my phone started to ring. And how does it get a signal? The usually cheerful ringtone was now almost painful to listen to. I remember the times when you needed to walk around the house to get a signal. Now these bloody things can catch up with you even in the middle of nowhere. I reached down for my phone and checked the screen. There was a single name on it. Natalie. Right. I was supposed to call her. Oh, okay. Was it already time for an aftermatch? Can't say I was ready, but I couldn't simply ignore her either. If you're seeing arguments as aftermatches and competition, you probably don't have the right approach to a relationship. Yeah. Hello, Nat. Hi, Jack. How was the road? It was fine. I just got settled. Listen, about earlier. I think all has been said, Jack. Can you please, just for a second, stop pretending like you know it all? Okay. You're right. I'm not over what happened to us. Oh, maybe they split up already. But all I wanted was for Hope to be happy. I wanted to spend more time with her. That's why I suggested we go for a hunt together. Did it ever cross your mind to actually ask her about what she likes? Nat, the kid is 11. She doesn't know what she's into. I can give her a hammer and a bag of nails, and she'd be into carpentry. She's just a kid. It's up to her. It's up to us to show her the options. True. I think you're underestimating her. She ain't a small kid anymore. You said it yourself. Well, I think you're overestimating her. I think you should just be encouraging your kid to explore options and let them decide after a couple tries whether they want to continue. Guess we're in a pickle here, aren't we? Guess we are. I can't stay mad at you, Jack, even if you hurt me to the core. I'll make it up to you, Nat. Anyways, the hospital just called. Apparently they got some hard junkie case over there. I need to take a nighter and put Hope to sleep early. Is she going to be okay? Yeah, don't worry. I asked Hal to check on her later. He said it's fine. When Hope's out, she's out for good. Speaking of the little devil, she wants to talk to you. Hold on. Hi, Dad. Hi, sweetie. Mom said there was something on your mind. Yes, I was thinking very hard about the hunting, and I came up with a great idea. Listen. I'm all ears. What if instead of shooting animals, we catch them? We could later bring them home and tame them in the backyard. I would take good care of them and... Hope, sweetie. It's impossible or it's a great idea. It's not impossible. I wouldn't say it's a great idea, but let's try it. That's a great idea, Hope. It was an awful lie, I know, but hearing how proud she was of her idea, I simply couldn't bring myself to break it to her. If she practices catching animals safely, maybe not in, like, the death traps, though. Okay, because if we were talking about the hunting traps, then yeah, that's a lie. But she might grow up to be a conservationist. You never know. Sadly, I'd always been a poor liar. You don't sound convincing, Dad. Well, you see, we can't just tame wild animals. They're much happier in the wild. That's where they belong. Then maybe we could at least get a dog? Yes. Yes. I always wanted one. A dog can protect me and Mom if something scary happens, and he can be my best friend. Oh, we've talked about it already. A dog is a huge responsibility, and with me and Mom working, we wouldn't be able to take care of it properly. I could take care of it myself. Maybe this way Mom could come on a trip with us. She wouldn't be so scared of the forest. There's a big dog next to her, right? We'll talk about when I get back. But, Dad... Anyway, I heard you'll be staying alone tonight. No scary movies, okay? Okay, nothing scary, I promise. Don't tell Mom, but I'll be watching Princess Dragon. Princess Dragon? Aren't you a bit too old for a fairy tale? No. It's my favorite movie. How do you know if it's a fairy tale if you've never seen it? Well... I asked you to watch it with me once, remember? You never did. We only do things you want to do. I'm sorry. I've been busy, okay? Yeah, because you're always staying in your shed with your monster car, or you're out somewhere far without me. Have fun by yourself, Dad. Well, that went well. She hung up on me. That was a first. It wasn't a proper way to act for a child. I realized that I never noticed how quickly she became like her mother. She was all Natalie, all right. For a moment, I just sat there, staring blankly at the screen of my phone. As soon as I had nothing to really focus on, all the thoughts I've been trying to suppress throughout the day started to come up. And with that, we're going to end the video. This is part 1 of Perseverance, a demo, and obviously a lengthy one at that, because we're 20 minutes in, and still, I don't think, near the end. So, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe already, and then hit the bell notification so you can know exactly when the next video is released. Remember, we're doing a countdown to 50 subscribers, so once you've subscribed, share a lot so we can get up to 50. The first 100 is always the most difficult. If you really want to see more videos, let's get the subscribers up so I can do this more often. Okay, so with that being said, thanks for watching. See you in the next video, and Craelan out. Gotcha, you thought I was gonna win.